What's going on, everyone? It's Greg back with some more Watcher of Realms, and today I wanted to look at the two heroes that are coming out, and but those videos are popping up everywhere. I mean, you can see the descriptions. Honestly, if you watch MaBucket, he has some actual gameplay because he has them on, or at least one of them on the Forerunner server. I'm guessing he got both. Um, but anyway, it's pretty cool what they can or are coming out with the kind of a little bit of a synergy between them. It's pretty nice. But instead of that, I want to go over something I haven't seen too much about, which is the Pantheon. And this goes hand in hand with the faction trials. And so I want to kind of talk about the importance of this. Now, look, I understand number one, you want to level your heroes up. Number two, you want to gear them up appropriately. Gear, one of the biggest things you're going to spend your time on in the game. And naturally, you can progress in these, but I wanted to just put it out there that you should put a little bit more effort into your faction trials. Especially if you have some of the rare heroes or other ones and you're going in there and you just see level 1 on your hero and you don't have a full roster yet, it might be good to tweak some things. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what is the Pantheon? First off, the Pantheon isn't, well, it's kind of clear. These are upgrades that apply to all deployed heroes in battles. So there's nothing excluded here, so pretty much every single mode, everywhere you go, everything you do, these buffs apply to all of your heroes. So it's kind of a level up on your entire account. So I look at this as a bit of a gate in the game, because as you get later mid game toward end game, then I mean these stats really kind of matter, and they even matter early on, because think about it, if you have a lord bonus, you know, you're looking to bring in a lord for 5%, 10% bonus, 5% on the rare, 10% on the epic. You can see here, you know, what two and a half weeks into the game, and you know, I'm getting 6% attack bonus, 11% HP bonus, 6% crit damage, rage regen at 15%, 5.5 healing effect, 12 attack speed. Thinking of this, comparing it to getting substats on gear. Granted, you know, you can pull out a lot more on gear, and gear, yes, you're gonna spend a lot of time on, but these are just flat stats get added to everybody. So, you know, I'm even looking down here at this crit rate and stuff. Like, when are we gonna get this? Because, you know, you start getting some crit rate, then we don't have to get to 100 crit rate. We can only have to get to like 90 from gear. You know, all this stuff is gonna help in the long run. But this does increase the overall power of your account, so it's very, very, very important. So you can see here we have these different insignias, and these insignias are different for each of these things. We got agility insignia. This one was the shelter insignia. These are what you use to upgrade these, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. Once you have them, you come in here, you upgrade, because you can't use these anywhere else. Like, so you're only going to use these on this one. You're going to upgrade. Now, important note, in case you missed it, because I missed one of mine for a couple days, I wasn't paying attention, and the red dot didn't show up on here. It didn't show up on the actual thing, but when I clicked in here, I was still needing the green ones, but I had advanced so quickly in the faction trial that I had the blue ones, and I kept getting the blue ones, but I never finished upgrading the green ones. You don't have to farm the lower stages. You just come in here to assemble and disassemble. And if you have any extra green ones, you can turn them into blue. If you have any blue, you can turn them into green. So kind of whatever you need, and vice versa. You can take your extras and put them into the one that you actually need. So early on, I was farming the blue ones, and I was able to break them down into green ones. At this point, I'm on the blue ones for all of them, and I think I'm only on one of the stages so far. I'm actually farming the purples, so that's kind of like the next important thing. But before we do that, let's just talk about these events. I hate that they call this events, but it's just an overall upgrade thing. So once you hit a combined level of 100, you can see here my hero capacity increased by 20. You get some gems and stuff. So these are nice little pickups here. The gold obtained through battle, I mean, that 5%, I know it's not much, but hey, I will take it. And when we get there, that keeps going up. Gold coin obtained through completing individual guild quests. That's interesting. That's very specific. And then we get our capacity increases here. That will be all nice. So these just will gradually come as you level up. The key thing here is getting the stats from the different essentially factions, because that's how you're gonna get these. This one right here, which is the Shelter Insignia, is your overall one. It's your main primary faction trial. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So now, like I said, it's tied directly to these faction trials under raids. You have the basic trial, which is open every single day. This one is very interesting. So I pretty quickly got to stage 7 maybe within the first week. This is the stage that has the dragon walking down, and it gets very hard at stage 8, but essentially you want to take out the dragon and take out the mobs. Pretty straightforward, but here the mages are key. So I mean, the fight, and then you need some fighters and some tanks as well. And so you can see here I am on stage 8. You need 560. Well, recommended BP is 563,000 versus 394. So it's a pretty big jump, and it is a big jump in difficulty, because on this one, what happens is you have these units lined up, and they do not allow you to do damage to the other units when they're within those circles. So you got to take those out. The boss also gets a shield here, and once he shields, the other mobs will not take damage. So you have to hurry up and get his shield down to be able to damage mobs, and the mobs hit pretty darn hard. So I am probably still a decent chunk away from doing this, but I'm gonna try focusing in it in the next week or so. Popular heroes, basically mages, tanks are your big things. Fighters help a lot too. So that is the basic trial. This is where you can use anyone. Now we have these individual faction trials. So you can see we currently have 5. 2 of them give you the agility insignias, 2 of them give you the spirit insignias, and then right now we're only getting the might insignia from 1, and I think this might be the one I'm actually farthest on. So today, as of this recording, I have opened the trial of cultists, and I was able to pushed a couple more stages today, up to stage 7. This one's interesting because you really got to cover like 2 lanes. The map did change for me while I was doing this. So on this one now, you basically need to have enough DPS on this side and enough DPS on that side. You can try to cover the middle, but you got to realize, and I don't know, I might play around with a little bit more. There is a little bit of a delay sometimes with them standing here. So I have my DPS kind of facing, my primary DPS facing down to attack both lanes. I got my Zealous over here. He puts up his thing, and I trigger that like right when those big mobs come. And then I have a little bit extra DPS on the sides. So this is what I'm saying. Like, take your time on this. Get as far as possible. You want to progress as much as possible in this because you want to maximize how many insignias you're getting every day. So, you know, these only open, I want to say once a week on Ishi, but I'm sure it rotates through a little bit more than that. Is there an actual schedule? Corresponding factions. Yeah. Extra rewards unlocked based on total stars in each stage. Yeah. So it doesn't have an actual schedule. I don't know exactly which days they open. Oh, here we go. So you see we have Watchers coming tomorrow, Nightmare coming the next day, Northerners coming the following day. Then I'm guessing it's going to circle back to Cultists, and I think on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe on Saturdays, one of them, I think there's multiple open. I can't quite remember. There might be multiple on the weekend. Either way, there are rewards here for the stars that you clear on each level too. So you can see here I'm at a total of 129 out of 160. I'm trying to progress my way through. But like I said, when you come in here, you know, I have the 2 primary recommended heroes, Iona and Zealous, and they do most of my damage. And then what I did, I put a little bit of resources into Greed here because he's actually really good as well. But I put some resources in him to level him up. I have Cyrene here, but I just use her to kind of block some enemies. She doesn't do much damage. I probably need to, like, I don't even have very complete gear. So, you know, do what you can. See what units you have available. If it's someone you could put a little bit of resources into, it might help you get to the next stage, then do it. Do it because it's going to be worth it in the long run if you can get more of the materials. From here, you're getting 5 to 8. You're going to jump up to 6 to 9 each match. So you at least get, probably at least 3 more each day, possibly. So you know it's 100% worth it, because then you come in here and you will upgrade your stats. And so like I said, quick review here, these stats in the Pantheon apply to everywhere in the game. So this HP bonus, attack bonus, rage regen, crit damage is applying everywhere when the units are deployed. So that's every game mode. It doesn't say there's any exceptions, so I'm assuming that's even arena. And so that will apply to all your mobs. In order to get these leveled up, make sure you farm your shelter insignia or your insignias. Make sure you farm the highest stages you can in the faction trials. So wherever you're at, get as high as you can, progress as far as you can. You want to be as high as possible to gain the most insignias each and every day, because that's how you're limited. You're limited to the 3 battles each and every day that these are open. So basic trials every day, so you get 3 battles every day, and the rest of these, whichever ones are open, you're going to get 3 chances to attack it, and that's it. You can't invest any more in that. I guarantee you, if they had some way to buy these, you know, whales would be pumping into this, because it's not the hugest boost like you can get from gear tweaking, gear farming. You know, that's always going to be important, but these are some easy solid boosts you can make all across the board. And please do not neglect this. Make sure you're focused on it. Make sure you're getting as far as you can each day. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you think I'm missing anything, let me know. If you are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. I'll catch you in the next video.